Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly Live, where we go over all the latest mobile news, then answer your questions live. Now, if you did see the title, today is a special day where, yes, we are going to be answering any and all questions you have about the Galaxy Note 8. So ask them right now in the comment section down below. I will answer every single question before the end of the show. Now, that being said, let's get started on first the mobile news that happened during the week, so it gives you guys some time to ask all your questions, and then we'll get to all of your questions live. So let's start off by kicking off some of the news, and of course, if the Note 8 has just been announced and it's coming shortly, what do we have to talk about? We have to talk about the S9 already. Of course we do, because that's just how mobile works. So, first information about the Galaxy S9 has come out, and just like this year, they are going to be the initial supplier, the initial phone that has the supplies of the Snapdragon 845. Now, if you remember this year, that was a big deal because both HTC and LG could not get that processor for their beginning flagships, be it the... what was the HTC U? Was it just called the HTC U? The one before the U11. That one that no one really bought. That one was the Snapdragon 821. It was not the 835. Same thing, of course, with the G6. It was, again, a Snapdragon 821, not the 835. So Samsung is yet again having the best processor for itself. Let's see if they do some things with it, though. I really want them to implement at least Qualcomm Quick Charge 4.0. Now that they're out of the battery issue, hopefully by then on the S9, I want faster charging batteries. So that's the big thing that I'm really curious about. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below when it comes to that. All right. Now, the other big thing about the S9 is that it could feature a modular design. Now, this is a really interesting prospect because, HTC U Ultra, thank you, John. The whole thing about the S9 was that, you know, it might go the way of a Motorola style where you have modularity to it. So it might have some pogo pins where you can actually attach it and it will indeed have some additions, whether that be a 360 camera like the Essential or Moto Z2 Force. I'm currently reviewing the Moto Z2 Force, and after reviewing the Moto Z2 Play, I really like the idea of Moto mods, and I like the idea of these adapters working on multiple phones. So I like the idea of it, but let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. I really am kind of curious. Do you like the idea of a modular phone add-on so you can add on to the phone? I think one thing we could all agree on is how many of us wouldn't like a Note 8 with a modular back that allows for a bigger battery? That is one I would definitely like. And although it does add weight, it doesn't add that much in thickness, I would say. At least with the Moto mods, it does add weight, but it does not add thickness. So there you go. And then we also have from Huawei. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, I know the big news just went down with Samsung and their announcement, but at the end of this week is, more importantly, my birthday. But that being said, one of the biggest things is IFA. So you're going to have announcements from LG, from Huawei, from probably ZTE, from probably Alcatel. All these different companies are going to announce their fall flagships or fall release devices. So that being said, that's what we expect to happen shortly in this upcoming week. And yes, we'll cover it. We'll go over all the things that you need to know. And hopefully we'll be getting some of those devices as well. Google Pixel 2, as we expected, it looks like the announcement will be October 5th now. Now, I told you guys from the beginning that it would be in October. Obviously, this will be the first phones with Android Oreo, as we now know. And other manufacturers will most likely get it, like the Note 8 and the S8. The Note 8, I would assume, is probably going to get it in December. And I'm assuming the S8 and the S8 Plus will more than likely get it in January. So that is what I assume because of this announcement date. Now that we're having a circle around that area, that's what I would assume. I would assume it's going to take at least 2 to 3 months after Android Oreo's release that it's going to happen. Now, keep in mind, this is the announcement of in October, the beginning of October. So it's not the release yet of it. So depending on how far back that goes, that could push this back to even for other Android devices having it, January, February. You might not have Android Oreo on the Note 8 before maybe even the S9 comes out, if the S9 comes out in February. So keep that in mind, just to give you an idea of how the rollout of the new Android operating system will go. And we have seen the first images of the new Gear VR looks identical to the old one, but keep in mind, for all of you that are asking questions about the Note 8, the Note 8 will not work in any of the old Gear VR headsets. There's a brand new VR headset that will work with the Note 8 because it's bigger. It will work with the Note 8 and it will work all other past Samsung devices, but it will not work. All of your old VR headsets will not work with the Note 8, so keep that in mind when buying your Note. We have the second generation Icon X's, so those are going to be coming out. Look a little bit different from what I hear. They're supposed to have a 5-hour long battery life, so that's pretty exciting. We will hear about all 4 of these at IFA again. I believe Samsung's announcement is September 1st on Friday, or August 31st on Thursday, or September 2nd. That's when everyone's media days are right now. But more importantly, we get the first images of the new Gear Sport. So this is a new watch that Samsung is having, the next generation of it. I don't like the way, because I hear it's going to be more the size of the Gear S2, which quite frankly for me is too small. I think, again, as I've been saying forever, they should have 2 sizes, a smaller size and a bigger size. But quite frankly, I like the more classy style one, so I think I'm going to actually get a Gear S3 Classic, because this doesn't seem that interesting to me. And I haven't had a Gear S3 for a while, and I kind of miss it, so I think I'm going to get that for myself for my birthday. Alright guys, now before we get started, I'm about to get to all of your Note 8 questions, so keep asking them in the comment section. And I did want to go through one thing. So this is the Samsung Note 7 Promotion FAQ website, and I just wanted to note something that is something of contention. I tried to get to Samsung's customer service for the past 2 days, and I waited over half an hour one time, and I waited almost an hour another time. Neither time did I get into it, and I have stuff to do, so their wait time is just ridiculous. But that being said, it says, so on the page, when you type in your email address and then you put for a trade-in, it says you're going to get $425 for the trade-in for the Note 7 promotion. However, keep in mind here it says you will get up to $425. That is a very different term, because you might not know what you're going to get. These are the eligible current devices available for it, the lowest price one probably being the LG G4. So if I do an LG G4, which is grouped, by the way, LG G4 is grouped with the V20, the Pixel, and the Pixel XL. If they're all grouped for $425, are they all going to give me $425 if they're in good condition? Or are you saying that, you know, as long as they're in good condition, I'm getting $425? That is a very tricky thing, and I just hope that Samsung gives everyone who has these phones in great condition $425, and the up to only depends if, you know, the phones are damaged at all, because if they don't do that, they're going to have a serious media problem on their hands. But yeah, so just letting you guys know that I did catch that, and I feel like a lot of people haven't really talked about that as much. Alright guys, so I'm going to have Alright, I'm going to have the Note 8 up right here, so if you guys want me to do anything with the phone, it is ready right here, and now I'm going to start answering all of your questions, so let's get to it. Alright, I'm the first one here. Note 8 is really better. Note 8 is really better than the iPhone 8. I have an iPhone 6s Plus. Should I get the Note 8 or the iPhone 8? I would not make that kind of decision until the iPhone 8 is announced. The next generation iPhone should be announced in September at some point. So when it's announced, we'll have a better understanding of which one really is better, at least spec-wise. But again, until we get it in the studio, I cannot say like, oh, this one's definitely better than that one. Oh, this one definitely takes better pictures. This one does better battery life. I'm not sure. First year switching to an iPhone since 2012. Had the S2, S4, Note 4, S7 Edge. The new A11 chip is going to be years ahead of Snapdragon, and Samsung has been let down with no dual speakers. So I get it. Like, a lot of people are really disappointed with Samsung having a lack of dual speakers, or just better sound quality in general. I don't get it, because they bought out Harman. That acquisition went through at the beginning of this year, and they have done nothing with it. I thought we would at least have seen something on the Note 8 with a better audio quality. I mean, they own Harman, JBL, AKG, B&O. All these companies are now under Samsung, and yet we can't get better audio. That is really disappointing to me. Hey, what do you think about the Note 8? Will you get it? If yes, which color? And will it be your daily driver? Well, so obviously anytime a new phone comes out, it automatically becomes my daily driver. So yes, absolutely the Note 8 will become my daily driver. Will it be my daily driver for longer than a month, which is my standard testing period for a phone that I'm really want to get all the ins and outs of? That is another question, but I'll see at the end of the month. I mean, in a month's time, when I get my Note 8 on probably the second week of September for my actual unit, not my review unit, when I get it, keep in mind that I'm getting it and it's going to have a month. That means by the time the month's over, the iPhone's going to be out, the Pixel XL2 will be announced. So I mean, I could switch off, but we'll have to wait and see. Hey, do you think oh, and what color will I get? I am getting the gray, what is it called? It's like a purple gray. I can't think of the name of it right now. I can't think of the name they use for it, but it's a purple gray. Yo, just wanted to say hi. I love your new intro. Thanks, Ace. Appreciate it. No, I'm not going to answer that. No stereo speaker with that big of a screen. What the fuck? Yeah, I agree. Any new info on the Note X, the foldable? So it's not a Note X, it's a Galaxy X. It's not going to have an S Pen, so it won't be part of the Note line. But yeah, you're asking about the Galaxy X, aka Project Valley. This is a bendable phone. The whole idea behind it is that it will have no glass, so you can't really break the phone as easily as any other smartphone. You know, glass is always the first thing that breaks any smartphone. This will have no glass, so you cannot break the glass. You cannot break the phone for the most part. It will be a bendable display. That being said, no, we've had no updates on it. Again, we are expecting it now because of the Note 7 issue. Because if you remember last year, I was saying this was in development to come out with the Note 8. Project Valley Galaxy X was scheduled to come out with the Note 8 originally. The Note 7 happened. All that basically screwed them up completely. Obviously, they had losses and all this kind of stuff. They couldn't push as much money into the research and development. All this kind of stuff happened. So from what we're hearing, as of right now, it looks more likely 2018 with the Note 9, the Galaxy X might come out, the bendable phone. I got the S8 Plus through Infinity Mobile for $535, really good price. I'm on the way. The Note 8 is worth $400. There's no way the Note 8 is worth $400 more. It really is a preference. I can tell you, I feel it's way better. Like, I just feel it's way better than my S8 Plus. The movement is a lot faster. It moves a lot quicker than everything I've used on the Note 8 comparing to the S8. Battery life is good. I haven't had that much issue with the battery life, but it really is just so much of a better grip. I know that might sound like a small thing, but you hold the phone throughout the day. The fact that the grip is so much better, it just feels better in the hand. And I have a cheap case on here. I mean, this is like literally a cheap case just because it was out beforehand. Although I did get it because it was leather, so it reminded me of like the old school Notes. But the grip is so much better on this phone. I can't tell you just how much better it feels in the hand. And again, does that mean that it's worth the price difference for most people of $400 more? No, not necessarily. It's not. But is it better? Yes, it is better. How much better to you? That's the question. Apple announcement 09 through 012. I do not believe the iPhone will be announced during that time. I know that is a big talk about it right now, but overall, I still don't think it'll be announced that early. I think it'll be announced at the earliest by the 19th. But I could be wrong. A lot of experts are saying that it is going to be announced on the 12th now. It will not be announced on the 9th. Sorry, you just meant 09 as in September. So yeah, the 12th is a possible date. Typically it's on a Wednesday, so I would say more likely the 13th. But again, they have changed it up every time, so it could be. Typically it's on a Wednesday though, so I would say the 13th if possible. But it is a possibility that they can change. I mean, this whole year has changed for them. S10 hype, screw the S9. Yeah, right, let's go 2 years ahead now. How about the bigger battery for the S9? I guarantee you the S9 will have a bigger battery. I think actually it's an S series, so I don't know. If it's a modular design, they don't need to put a bigger battery, because then they could just put an add-on battery pack that will give you a more. You're going to have to wait for this. Is a very little information about the S9. Yeah, of course, right now. T-Mobile Note 8 won't have 71 band 600 megahertz. I'm not happy about that. I understand, Alex, and a lot of people have talked about like, oh, it's not going to have the T-Mobile band. BGR did this stupid article on it that's just nonsense, quite frankly. Let me explain something to you. I don't care about that band that much. I honestly don't. I'm a T-Mobile customer. The reason I don't care about that band is because I have T-Mobile coverage in almost everywhere I go. I live in a big city though. If you live in a big city, you shouldn't care too much about that band because you already have great coverage. The whole idea behind that band isn't faster speed, which I think a lot of people are getting that confused. It's not the gigabit speed. This already has gigabit speed capability. So as soon as carriers start upgrading their towers, this is going to be faster. So this is one of, I think, 4 phones that has that kind of speed capability already built into it. So that's more important to me. I'd rather have faster internet band, which this does have. However, what the whole point of this 600 hertz band is to compete with Verizon's 700 hertz band. Verizon gets the best coverage inside of buildings. So if you're inside of a building, you're getting better coverage because you have a 700 megahertz band. The 600 megahertz band will be T-Mobile's version of that. So in rural areas, you're going to get better coverage. In big buildings, in a parking structure, you're going to get better coverage. That's the whole idea behind the 600 megahertz band. It's not speed, which I feel like a lot of people are thinking that it is. And I have coverage almost everywhere in LA with T-Mobile, so it doesn't bother me, at least. Oh, whole bunch of questions just loaded. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anyone's questions. Boom shakalaka. I have a S7 Edge Coral, blue Coral now. Isn't the S8 fast charge? Wait, isn't the S8 fast charge? How much fast you want? Jeez. Well, so here's the thing. Samsung has their own proprietary technology called fast adaptive charging, okay? That is, if you have a Samsung charging cable, that's what you get. If you use a third-party charging cable, this charging cable right here is capable of Qualcomm 3.0, right? Here's the thing. With this, oh, that's funny, it's green, so it's see-through. It has a LED light that's green, so it's see-through. Here's the thing. This one, although it can go up to Qualcomm 3.0, Samsung only supports up to Qualcomm 2.0. So this has the capability of charging other phones faster than a Samsung, but Samsung is the fastest when charging with this. So what I mean by being able to charge faster is that, yes, I do want faster. I'm actually, I already recorded the video, so that will be going up, I think, tomorrow. How long does it take to charge the Galaxy Note 8 to 100%? We go over how long it took for 50% and all of the different stations, so you'll be able to see that. But that is a big thing, I would say, that people want faster. You know, Samsung used to be half the charge in half an hour. Spoilers, it takes longer now. So I wish that, yes, they would. As the batteries have gotten bigger year over year, I wish they would have kept up with the charging speed year over year. Again, I know they've had issues, so that's why you can say, oh, well, they couldn't risk it and all that stuff. For me, I don't buy that. Oh, Samsung couldn't risk it. Samsung had to play safe. BS. It is a whole, go big or go home thing. And yes, look, if Samsung had messed this Note up, would they be screwed? Yes. But if they would have, chanced it and really gone all out and really did an amazing job with like a huge battery and chanced different things on the phone, they would have got a lot more admiration. And I feel they're going to need that with the iPhone 10th anniversary edition phone coming out. I can't believe the next couple of months new phones just keep coming out. Yes. Again, this weekend we're going to learn a lot about, some of the phones that might not be the biggest publicity phones. It'll be the LG V30. You're going to have the Huawei Mate 10. You're going to have the Alcatel Idol 5, not the 5S, the 5. And probably the ZTE Axon. I mean, there's a lot of phones that are going to be announced this weekend. Does the Note 8 have a similar battery life to the S8 Plus? Yes. If you did miss it, we just did a video yesterday, I recorded the video yesterday, but it went up this morning. Check out our video. I went over the first day with the Note 8. We went into battery life and camera comparison to the S8 Plus, where we will have full-length videos where I go in depth in how I use the phone for the first 2 days to get that battery life. But so far, both days of screen on time have been over 6.5 hours. So really good screen on time battery with this phone now. And not to mention, I also did now today, it's had a better battery life because of the fact that today I did my whole how to speed up and save battery life video. So now it's faster moving, but also it's a much better battery life than even I had. I would say it's about 2 hours longer of usage, which might translate to about half an hour longer on screen on time. Also tried to pre-order the Note 8 with T-Mobile rep told me it will be over $400 with taxes and down payment. Yeah, so the down payment's supposed to be $210, but their system is having a lot of issues from what I can see. Online, I can't even pre-order a Note 8 anymore. So I don't know if they're just having issues with their system or what, but T-Mobile is having some issues with their online system. I'm not sure if that's translating in store as well, because even though I'm eligible to upgrade 2 of my phones, it's saying I have to call in or go to a T-Mobile store. I can't do it online right now, so I'm not sure why that is. Hi from New York City. Hey from New York. I'm hearing Apple is going to sell a TV screen and all. Who will make the screen? Who would make the screen? Samsung would make the screen. But no, Apple's not doing that this year for sure. They're having a new Apple TV with 4K and HDR finally, but no, they are not having a screen anytime soon. Apple is really trying to get in the business of TV, but unfortunately they have kind of come at the situation like, we're Apple, we're gonna do what we want, you're gonna get this much of a cut. And unfortunately every other CEO has been, of course, like, no, we're not going to work with you, we don't need you. And Apple feels like they don't need them, like, they should be lucky to be with Apple. So that's why Apple was supposed to by now have like a Sling TV kind of service, or DirecTV Now, one of those kind of services with the Apple brand on it. And the reason they don't have it is because they have not been able to get along or reach an agreement with studios and TV stations. Please no modular for the S series or Note series. That is too niche for Samsung. I agree, it is too niche, but here's what I think. I think if we had a phone similar design to the S8, right? So the Note 8 I have plugged in, so I can't take the case off. So if we had a phone like this and it just had 3 or 4 pins right here, right? And you just attach a bigger battery, or you attach a 360 style, or whatever it is, right? if you just attach it like that, Samsung would probably be thinking, oh, we're going to make a lot of money off of accessories. We're going to be able to give customers what they want in bigger all-day battery life. And, you know, instead of letting these case manufacturers get all this money, or battery pack manufacturers make all this money, we're going to make it. Forget Lemon, forget Mophie, forget all these other companies. We're going to make the battery pack that you want, the battery pack case you want to get, that kind of stuff. So that's the whole idea, I feel, behind Modular. It makes them a lot of money, and that's why I think they would do it. I want to know how to download Rigsby. Rigsby is not available on this phone. Oh, by the way, I have two cool ideas for Rigsby shirts, and one of them has to do with something you guys always talk about. So, yeah, it's funny. Also, Bixby quick commands are going to be great. So here's the thing. Quick commands are on the S8. I had so many people like, oh my god, quick command seems so cool. You can do those on the S8. On my 10 best features of Bixby, I showed you guys how to do quick commands. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. I think it's like number 7 or 6 best feature on Bixby is quick commands. What I did is I said, hey Bixby, DM. And that opened up Instagram and then moved to the DM and created a new DM. So that is what you can do by just saying one phrase or one word, and it will do multiple steps. That's quick commands. I showed you guys. So you have that now right now on the S8. The live message could also be used to drawing something and difficult and explain words, and you can have up to 100 screen off. Yes, 20 plus. One thing I'm totally curious about is pre-order bundles will sell out. Yes, I saw the dates and I can't say they'll sell out before it. Yeah, they're going to sell out before the 30th. Absolutely. They're going to sell out before September 30th. Those pre-order stuff. Live message is cool. I'm really annoyed that Instagram doesn't still work with them though. Instagram does not work with any GIF ones that I have seen at least. And that's really annoying because I post most of my photos to Instagram. But like I posted a live message. It would not post to Instagram, so I had to put it on my Twitter only. And it's like, oh my god, then I'm gonna have to put it. I could use something like Hootsuite or something like that, but it's just I rather. Yeah, I like posting to Instagram and then it goes to my Facebook and my Twitter. So I like doing that, but it can't do it because Instagram can't take GIFs. So that's an annoyance for me. iPhone X will slow wireless charging only. Yes, we are hearing that it will not have fast wireless charging. That is a big difference, and it's going to be one of the 10 best features of the Note 8 that I think people forget, but I think it's going to come more into a factor now that iPhone has wireless charging as well. iPhone, LG, Huawei doesn't, Motorola does, so, and Samsung of course. All these companies have wireless charging, but only Samsung has fast wireless charging. And that is a difference, because if you've ever used wireless charging, regular one is only good for overnight. Everywhere else you want to use fast wireless charging. So like at my desk and my living room, both of them have fast wireless chargers, and that is so much better than regular for around the house. Samsung is notorious for not updating their phones for the current operating system. So is every Android manufacturer, really, just not Samsung. I might just go and stay with the OnePlus 3. Greens RICKY, did you see the promotional comment I left on the phone case video? I thought it was cool. I was able to use the tip you gave. No, I did not see the promotional comment that you left on the phone case video. On the phone case? What phone case video? Let me know, Quiet Storm. Have you heard anything about the Gear S4? So yeah, the image that I showed, if you missed the beginning of the show, we showed images of the Gear Sport, which is the new Gear watch that's coming out. So they're not naming it the Gear S4. Now, will that mean that we will not have a Gear S4? No. My guess, I've said this for a while now, I would say the Gear S4, like a classic looking style one, is going to come out at CES or with the S9. So it's going to come out one of those times. Does the Note 8 still have the Smart Edge feature? Which Smart Edge feature? So it has the Edge display, and it has the Edge lighting, but Smart Edge feature. I'm not sure which I'm not sure which feature that was. Describe it to me, and I'll try to remember which one it was. They've had so many features. I'm always trying to remember which one's which, or the name more so. At YouTube Tech Guy, early happy birthday. Thanks, I appreciate it. Not feeling modular phones because I put cases OtterBox Defender on all my phones. Definitely, so definitely understand that. To Dex or not to Dex? I will do a video on Dex. I'm actually recording that tomorrow, so we will have a video on Dex and the Note 8 and see if it really is that different as they were saying on the screen. I didn't really see that much of a difference. If you use Dex, it looked about the same, but I do have a Dex, so we're going to test it out with it. Samsung wait times, you cannot beat Apple's customer service. Oh yeah, Apple's customer service is way better than Samsung's. Well, especially at least for phone calls. Samsung actually has a really good tech support called Samsung Plus. So if you ever want to have a live Samsung technician talk to you, you just go to Samsung Plus, and that is a way to actually be able to talk to a live Samsung technician right away. To clarify, I'm talking about when the screen is off and you swipe from the edge on other edge screen features are activated, such as stream. Oh, that's what you're talking about. No, that went away a little while back. So no, ever since the always on display kind of took over, they took away that that Smart Edge feature. How do you feel about the fingerprint scanner being in the black bar on the Note 8? So you mean just over here on the way on the side? It is better, I would say, than the S8. It's a little bit smaller, at least it feels that way. It feels like a little bit smaller, but it works very well, so yeah. Nice puppies. You watch wrestling. I love the S Pen, but probably will stick with the S8 and wait for the S9. I can understand that. S8 is still a great phone. How do you feel about the fluidity Samsung made the claim better performance? What do you think? It is a better performance, and again, a lot of that has to do with the RAM management. So if I go into this phone, right, and I look at my current memory, at any given time I have over 2 gigs. Right now I have 3.8 gigs. Free. That is unheard of on my S8. Let's just test it out, right? On my S8, I am not using this phone right now. I'm not using this phone right now. But I won't be able to show you that clearly. But I just want to show you, if you can see it, I have 600 megabytes free. I'm not using this phone right now. I'm actually using the Note 8 right now. That is a powerful feature, especially when I have games running in the background right now that are taking up RAM. I don't have anything in the background for... So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. It's like, yes, the performance is much better, and you can definitely see it. How long will this trade promotion last? It's supposed to last until September 30th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look into... I'm looking at the FAQs to see if it has it on here. I want to say it was September 30th, though. Or maybe that was their freebies. I'll have to look it up when I have more time, but I want to say it was September 30th. Yeah. If anyone can look that up and see when the promotion ends, if you just go to the Note 7 promotion website, I'm sure it'll come up. Ask Bixby about the Note 7. I haven't set Bixby up yet. I know, shocker, right? I haven't set Bixby up yet, but I do have a way that I believe, to a lot of your guys' interest, maybe this might make you subscribe if you're not already. I do believe I can disable Bixby entirely. Stay tuned for that. What features does the S Pen have? The S Pen has a lot of really cool features, actually. I'm gonna have a whole video dedicated to the S Pen features, so that's where I'll answer all of it. But highlighting text that cannot be highlighted is definitely a great feature that I really missed, that no other phone has. I do like some of this stuff. Like, I feel it is a little bit gimmicky, the live message aspect and all of that, but I don't know. I can say though, I immediately started downloading the S Note app instead of the S Pen. Ooh, I cannot use the S Pen really when it comes to that. But yeah, can I use this? No, I can't grab that either. But yeah, so I would say, you know, screenwriting something, Smart Select is a great feature. I haven't used Bixby Vision yet. I plan on doing that tomorrow. Also with the translate, we'll test that out. Live message though is probably one of my, you know, it's fun. But again, the fact that until I think Instagram supports it, I probably won't use it that much, in all honesty. Again, I immediately put S Note on there, and yeah, but there are, I want to say when I wrote down the S Pen features, I want to say there's 6 different features that I really like about it. Does the Note 8 have Force Touch display? No, but it could always and has been able to do a half press, which is what you get from Force Touch anyway. So if you hold it down, you can do multiple things with it. Now, this isn't as good as stock Android on here, which is why, if you've ever seen my phone, this isn't my daily driver phone because I only have it for a limited amount of time for this review unit. So I will say this, I always end up using on my daily driver phone, I always use Nova Launcher. So on here, when I hold down a YouTube button compared to here, on Samsung, I can only, do you want to remove the shortcut, disable it, or app info? On here with Nova Launcher, again, same half press situation, I can do search on YouTube, I can go right to my subscribers, or I can go right to trending. I can also make any one of these a shortcut for an icon, so it's automatically there, kind of like a widget. So I really like that aspect of it, so yeah. So wait, your birthday is September 1st? Yep, September 1st. I always joke around with my birthday and say that I'm one of the only babies that was born actually on the day I'm supposed to be born, because I was born on Labor Day. But yeah, I know. What are the rumors for the zoom for the next iPhone? 2x or 3x? The rumors for the next iPhone are just 2x. What is the S7 Edge going to get Android 8.0? S7 Edge probably won't get Android 8.0 till March of next year. And I'm being honest. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it like, oh, you're gonna get it soon. No, you're probably not. You're probably not gonna get it till then. Orchid Gray, thank you for that. Orchid Gray was the one I was talking about. I knew it was some kind of purple. Yeah. Please search up the S6 Edge Plus battery size. I used to own it. The thickness was 6.9. The Note 8 is 8.6. So based on the battery size, I feel Samsung could have made a bigger battery. Yeah, the S6 Edge Plus battery. No, the S6 Edge Plus battery was 3,000 milliamps. So was the Note 5. Both of them were 3,000 milliamp batteries. The I just remember because I did the video on that when I was doing everything. Was it everything you need to know about the Note 8? No. It was, did Samsung play it safe with the Note 8? I showed the last flagships for the past 3 years, and so the S6 Edge Plus was one of them. And both that one and the Note 5 had a 3000 milliamp battery inside of it. However, the Note 7 did have a 3500, but we know what happened with that. Any sign of action memo on the Note 8? No, and I did want to test something out. I'll test it out later, but I have S Note on here, sideloaded, so I might be able to sideload Action Memo. I know that's something that a lot of people requested is Action Memo, so I'm going to try to test that out when I record videos tomorrow. Was wondering which is easier on your battery, fast wireless charging or slow wireless charging? They make no difference on your battery. Good question though, a lot of people have asked that. This or the U11? This is definitely better than the U11. I'm sorry. HTC needs to do better. Have they improved multi-screen function on the Note? More improved than Google's multi-screen? Hate Google's version on the S7 Edge. Oh, this is way better than split screen on the S7 Edge. Like, way better. The S8 was already better, but this one is more fluid at moving parts of the split screen. So if I go into an app and I do split screen, it just moves a little bit faster, I would say. So, oh, Instagram can't do it. Damn it. Stupid Instagram. I'll just go into settings. So I would say this moves a little bit more fluid. Like on S7 Edge, if I remember correctly, you couldn't even do this if you go landscape. So if I rotate the screen, oh, you guys can't see the rotation because of my thing. But if you rotate the screen, it couldn't do it. It couldn't do split screen with more one way or the other. And Google's version can't do that until it gets to Android 8.0. That does fix it. Another thing people always talk about is, you know, their, can I do that? Or do I have that feature off? You know, the new pop-up thing on the S, or on Android O, on Android Oreo. They're talking about the new pop-up thing, but really you have that on Samsung's, if you want. You can just do this, and then like if you want to watch a YouTube video, just let me YouTube Tech Guy. So if I wanted to play a YouTube video, right? Can I mute this? All right, so if I wanted to play a YouTube video, I can actually go like this and just have this floating around. And so I could just have this floating around while I do other stuff. And this is still moving. And so I can just go through whatever stuff I want. I'm like trying to think, what can I open? So, and just do all that stuff while I have it open. So I know this is a big deal about, oh, Android O is going to be able to do picture-in-picture. You can kind of already do picture-in-picture with this phone. Hey, shout out. Hey, Miguel. Shout it out. How long do pre-orders last to receive the phone by the release date? Will I get it if I go to T-Mobile tomorrow? You can pre-order. You can go to T-Mobile and pre-order it. You will get it the week of launch. How's the zoom lens in the dark? Can't wait for your camera review. I am doing a lot of the camera review. If you actually checked out my Instagram, let's check that out right now. I actually posted a bunch of photos, and this one is an extreme low light. Like there was almost no light around me, and it was still able to do the blur effect, which usually the phones can't do that. Like we did try this with the iPhone 7 Plus, and it does have the latest software. It was not able to do it. So the iPhone 8 might be able to do it if they improve the camera on it, but it couldn't do it. So this blur effect on these is really awesome. So yeah, follow me on Instagram if you haven't, and that's where I post these pictures. The Note 8 can't be so much more than the S. The Note 8 can't be so much more than the S8 Plus. Bullshit. Do you have it? No, I have it. I say it is. Do you do apps close out in recent apps? I haven't seen how long before it does. I might do a thing like that, like launch 10 apps or whatever and see how many you can save without getting rid of it. Do you think the Bixby button is sticking around on the S9 so on despite the backlash? I think so, because Samsung doesn't see Bixby as just a phone. They're making plans for a speaker. They're going to have it on all their smart home appliances. So like your fridge is going to have Bixby, your oven's going to have Bixby, your dishwasher is going to have Bixby. All these different things are going to have Bixby is the way they see it, or at least can connect or be controlled by Bixby. Got my S8 3 days earlier. Yeah, so you're right. The usually if you pre-order through T-Mobile, you get it early. Same thing with AT&T. I mean, most carriers you get it early, I would say. Whoa, bunch of questions. Whoa, I mean a lot of questions. Sorry, YouTube was not loading for a while, so I just got a gang of questions all at once. Okay, do you know the essential? Do you know if the Essential phone is in Best Buy yet? I do not believe so. Let me move this. Let's check out Best Buy. While I check that out, I'll check out the next question. I ordered the Note 8 and did the trade-in. I had a Note 7. Oh, cool. Got it for $546. How will the trade by value? I get full $425, or could it possibly charge me more? I'm trading the 5S. So you will at max get $425. You're definitely not getting any more. So no, I can tell you that the Essential phone is still not available at Best Buy. It's coming out Friday, September 8th. So not this Friday, but next Friday it's coming out. So yeah. If you don't upgrade to the S8 Plus, it's still a good phone for 2 years. Yes, the S8 Plus will still be a great phone for 2 years, no problem. Do you think it will be possible for Apple's face recognition on the iPhone to scan your face when it's on the table? I don't think so. I think it might have the possibility of demoing that way at the event. It might. It's still kind of dark above them, so they might like try to do it and it won't work, and they're like, oh, ha ha ha, so what happens when it's live? I don't think it's going to be when on a day-to-day usage. No, I do not think it'll be that good. Could Apple surprise us all? Possibly, but I don't think it'll be that good. Are you using Nova or Samsung launcher? On my phone right now, on the Note 8, I'm using Samsung launcher. On my daily driver, which is still the S8 Plus for now, I'm using Nova. Is Samsung's adaptive fast charger quicker than 3.0 or 2.0? It's quicker than 2.0. It's around 3.0. I think it's a little bit slower than 3.0. Can't decide between the new iPhone and the Note 8. What would you suggest? Wait till the iPhone's announced. We'll cover it and compare the two and tell you which one's better. Or not which one's better, but at least give you more information on it. The Emperor Edition announced today in Korea. It's hard to purchase a phone from there. Also can be used here in the US. The current carrier will be able to translate to English. Thanks. Oh, will it be able to translate to English? Yes, it will be able to translate in English. However, not every carrier might work with every band. Why nobody talking about Bluetooth on the Note 8? Bluetooth 5.0? It has Bluetooth 5.0. You can do dual audio, so I can have these two headphones both paired to my Note 8 at the same time. I can listen to these, my wife can listen to these, and we can both watch a video or a movie or whatever together at the same time, listening to audio on two different headphones. Bluetooth 5.0. Whoa, sorry guys. A whole bunch of questions floated. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what he said. Hello, tech guy. I heard you saying that that the S8 and Note 8 can support terabyte SD card support. If so, what SD cards would you recommend for both devices? Look, I don't recommend getting these terabyte cards, but yes, it can. I personally recommend SanDisk and Samsung memory cards. They are by far the top rated ones, and a lot of them, like Transcended and all these other ones, Kingston or Kensington, and all these other ones. Yes, can they go higher speeds on their packaging? Yes, but when they're actually tested out by different companies, Samsung and SanDisk actually perform near the numbers they say consistently, whereas other ones drop off way lower than they say they will. So yeah. $11.99 for the top of the line iPhone X. Yeah, that seems about right. Although iPhones are priced at $69, they usually end at $69 price. So again, I've said from the beginning the iPhone X would be $1,069. So I think it's going to be higher. I think it's going to be $1,269 for the highest price iPhone, but we'll see. Would you buy the HTC U11 instead of the S8 Plus? Why? Thanks, great show. I personally wouldn't, Paul. I mean, for HTC, for me, there's not enough value in it. The battery life isn't better than most. The camera is okay, but still not as good as others. And I don't, for me, the squeeze function might be a great feature in everyday usage, but it doesn't like wow me enough to like, oh, I need to get that phone above these other phones. Especially because I prefer wireless charging and fast wireless charging and water resistance over that. So that would be more for me. The largest SD card can store, you can find is 256 for consumer use, yes. Is the Note 8 targeting the iPhone audience? I would say so. If the Note 8 becomes a bomb, Note series dead? Absolutely. Absolutely. If the Note would start catching fire, absolutely it would be dead. Hey, any significant features experienced on the Samsung 8.5 on the Note 8? One thing is, this is going to come from the best features and hidden features video, but there are features like, so the gallery is a lot different right away. I'll tell you, like the gallery, like I was taking some photos. When you go into a photo, there's a whole different UI here on the bottom. They want you to use stickers right away. So like, you know, you can use a sticker and put it right on a person right away. So, you know, that's something that isn't really on. That's something that really isn't available on the last experience. So the UI on the camera, I would say, is one of the biggest changes that we've seen. Actually, I'll save that. Why not? The camera UI is one of the biggest changes I'd say we've seen. But overall, there are changes on there. It's just doing. What was one of the other ones I was gonna say? The gallery one's one of the biggest ones. I would say is different. Oh, the fact that you can share up to 2 gig videos now via text message is a big one too. So again, I'll go into that on the best features. But on the S8, it was 1 gig. On the Note 8, it's up to 2 gigs files. So that's really big. Yeah, but even in NYC, I have T-Mobile dead spots, so longer coverage would be welcomed. Absolutely. Look, it's always going to be better. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that I don't think it's as big of a deal as a lot of people are making it out to be. Like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. No phone has it yet. I mean, so how have the pictures been? The experience? Really great. I took some more photos today. We'll compare them all. I haven't seen them on my computer screen, both side by side, but taking them phone-wise, the Note's ridiculous. Saw first impressions earlier with the Note 8. What is your likes to be when the S9 comes out? What would my likes be with the S9 comes out? Stereo speakers. I want better speakers. It's just ridiculous we don't have better speakers already. So the better speakers would be a huge thing for me. That would be my number one thing, honestly. That would be my number one thing is better speakers. I would want a 3x zoom as well. By the way, hi from the Dominican Republic. Hey, from the Dominican. I think I'm going there actually for my cruise next year. Me and my wife are going. Me and my wife and my family are going on a cruise. Was it the Dominican we're going, or no? It might be. I think it's Haiti and Puerto Rico is what we decided on. But yeah, I love cruises. Ricky, are you going to put Nova Launcher on the Note? Not on this Note. This Note I have for a short period of time. So no, I will not put it on this Note, but I will on my next. I will on my daily driver Note. Apple Car. Hopefully it will support Windows. That's hilarious. Hello from Michigan. Hey, Michigan. Note 8 or U11? Note 8. Problem with the modular pins is that a case will be a no-go and not be a negative today. Yeah, no, I agree. It's going to be an issue. Yes, I know that is the rumor. 64, 256, 64, 256, and 512 storage sizes for the iPhone X. I don't know if I agree with that, but we'll see. I'll wait for your full review for the Note 8 with the SD 835 because no one with the Samsung chip is irrelevant for us in the States. Absolutely, I agree with you. Well, and I can tell you, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was the Note 5 or the S7, but I remember the Exynos version had a better battery life on one of those, and the Snapdragon version I ended up getting for the US variant. So that is actually a good point that this battery is great right now. This is an Exynos version though. So will the modular be very close to Motorola? We don't know. It's just a rumor right now. I've been waiting for pre-orders for the Note 8 at AT&T, but I don't see that Tier 360 camera, 128 memory card. Oh, so this is what you do. You have to pre-order it either from Samsung directly. You can do it that way and get an AT&T phone that way, or you can get you can go to AT&T, pre-order your phone, and then when you get your phone in, you go to SamsungPromotions.com. and you fill out all the information. You're going to need a copy of the receipt. You're going to need your IMEI and all your information once you have the phone. And then you'll be able to add on the free 360 camera or wireless charger or micro SD. Yeah, so AT&T is doing the deal. I have a Note 5 and don't see a big difference from the Note 8, only the camera and the display. Oh, it's way faster than the Note 5. I'm sorry, I had the Note 5. This is faster. It has a better battery life than the Note 5 for sure. Because I remember the Note 5, especially as it was going on. Not saying it was bad, but I mean, like the S8, even the S7 Edge, or was it S7 Edge? Yeah, the S7 Edge was a way better battery life than the Note 5. So you're definitely having a better battery life, a better UI in my opinion by far. I remember the old UI. I couldn't go back. I love like the look. Oops, wrong way. I love the look of the new UI. It's just so much better overall. So yeah, I like the new UI a lot better. It's just cleaner looking to me, and especially even how the settings is laid out. I know that you've gotten some updates to make it look like it, but it's just so much more efficient on here than it is on the Note 5. I know because my friend has the Note 5 for T-Mobile still, and he has no intention of changing it, at least not yet as far as I know. He might surprise me, but yeah. Sweet, I can sell my slow charger to iPhone user now. Just have to brush off the cobwebs. That's hilarious, Alex. I wouldn't say the Note 5 is like shit compared to the Note 8 as some people are saying, but I will say this. The low light is by far better, and actually the daylight too, because you didn't have HDR on the Note 5, or at least it was entry level HDR if you did, or not auto, I think. Can the S Pen copy text in apps like YouTube? Yeah, anywhere. Think of it as a mouse. It can copy whatever it wants. It doesn't care about your rules in your apps. I don't know why I said that way. How does the pre-order work as far as pick up the gift? So I just explained that. Clock right for Bixby. I think that's what he means. The Note 8 is the same as the SA Plus. Bluetooth features, yes. How do you get the edge lighting to work on the S8 Plus? It didn't have edge lighting. That was one thing they brought back on the note. It was OtterBox cases for... Oh, it was OnePlus case and Moto Z case. Oh, okay, I'll check it, Wildstorm. I didn't see your comment on there, but I'll check it. Hey, Ricky, what's the Samsung version of Apple EarsPods called? The Gear Icon X. They have not announced a new version yet. That'll be announced this weekend at IFA. Carriers push new operating systems for Samsung smartphones. Do we have to wait for Samsung tablet update? Yeah, although tablets honestly just don't get as much attention as they used to on Android because they're not selling as much, so they're not paying as much attention to them as they do on phones. Have you plugged in headphones? How's the DAC? The DAC does sound pretty good. I did test my AKG headphones for my S8 on there, and it sounds good. I would say it just sounds about the same though as the S8. I'll be doing the speaker comparison tomorrow. I'll be recording it, so it'll come out later this week. Again, I plan on having 30 videos on this phone before the end of the week. So subscribe and share videos. Yeah, there's a lot of it's okay. Edge notifications makes it possible for text messages across the Edge screen. Yes, that you used to do it, yeah. Does anyone who had the Note 3 remember you could pair two apps together when you open split screen? I did it through a third-party app. I don't remember the Note 3 ever having it by default, but I could be wrong. What's the best way to pre-order Carrier or Best Buy? Unless Best Buy has a promotion, then I would say Carrier. I've seen Best Buy employees. Look, there's either great Best Buy employees or there's horrible Best Buy employees. I used to work at Best Buy for over 5 years. I've never seen a middle. I've never seen an okay Best Buy employee. Good or bad, in my opinion. So you either have the chance of getting a good one, which doesn't do anything wrong to your account and hooks you up with the best deals, or you have someone that messes up your account and you go there 2 weeks later yelling at them, knowing that you now can't do anything to change your account back. That's pretty much what I saw at Best Buy Mobile. Why is Samsung saying it's new? Again, I don't remember it being by default, but you could be right. The Note 3 was a long time ago, so I could have forgotten that. What case would you recommend to protect the Note 8? I'm getting cases from a lot of, we reached out to a lot of our case manufacturer friends, so I'm getting cases from OtterBox, Incipio, Tech 21, Spec, UAG, and I believe Bodyguards too. So 7 different case manufacturers. So hopefully I'll be able to help you out with cases. And you'll see all those on the videos. What case would you recommend? Oh yeah, so did you own the Galaxy S? No, my first Galaxy S was the Galaxy S. Was the Galaxy S2 or Galaxy S3? My first Galaxy S was the Galaxy S3 actually. Because I owned the Galaxy Nexus. I was on Verizon, so we did not get the S2. We got the Galaxy Nexus. The S2 came out in September in the US. And then the Galaxy Nexus came out, I think, December or November. And so I got that one. And then the S3 came out normal time in April. Or May. Sorry, that was a long time ago. To clarify, the fingerprint reader question was talking about the aesthetics because it's always black instead of matching with the color phone. I wish it would have been matching the color of the phone. Yeah. See, I think it looks great for the black phone, right? But I think if you have the purple phone or the blue phone, it didn't look as good in my opinion. So sorry for Mark, but that's what I would believe. I heard TouchWiz got renamed. What's its new name? TouchWiz has been renamed the Grace UI for a little while now, but like when you still look into Samsung's code, they still refer to it as TouchWiz. So that's why people still call it TouchWiz. Note 8 and update the last Note lineup of costs and upgrade. Note series and S series are different. Sorry, I couldn't read that whole thing, but yeah. So Note series and S series are different. To your point, yes, absolutely. Is there a huge battery difference between the Note 8 and the S8 Plus that you can tell? No, both got over 6 hours of battery life, screen on time. So that's really good for both. The first day, I think it was like 11 hours, and the second day I got 15 hours. So yeah, I didn't check. I've been charging it today, so I don't know what the battery life was. Is it worth the upgrade from the S8 Plus? T-Mobile wants 300 up front with jump. I would say for most people, no, it's not worth it for the S8 Plus. However, if you do not have the S8 Plus, would I recommend buying this instead of the S8 Plus? Yes. On the Note 8, is there anything similar to Action Memo? No, there's not. There's Create a Note. So when you take it out, you can create a note, but that's it. So like you can go right to... Can I click it? Nope, I can't click it. I can't do S Pen stuff on Smart Switch. Oh wait, there we go. I just turned the screen off. And so if I click Create Note, now I go instantly to writing a note. So now I would be able to write a note. I can't do it with just so you can see. You can write away like that. That would be the quickest thing to Action Memo. How's the battery? The battery is really good so far. iPhone or Samsung, depends on the person. Say 7 if you sub to me. Apple filing patents for new Apple Pencil to use for tablets and phones within the description. Yeah, they have done. They have filed that kind of patent, but patents can never be used, and patents can be literally 5 years ahead, which we have seen with Apple before. Siri was a patent that was like years before, and then it actually finally became used. I have the Note 5. Do you think the Note 8 will be a good upgrade? Thank you for love your videos. Yes, it would be a great upgrade for you. Thoughts on DeX? I didn't care for it too much in the S8 Plus, or at least I think DeX is best if you go to an office every day. If you go to an office every day, DeX is amazing for that purpose. But if you don't, I don't think it's that good for... my office is right in front of me. So I have a computer desk right in front of me. I'd rather connect my phone to my computer and use this side sync feature so I can, like, you know, take photos and put them on my computer or things like that. I'd rather use that than DeX. But if you have, like I said, a desk you go to every day and it's a work desk and you'd want to just use personal stuff on your phone, like for instance, this is where I would use DeX. I just got my real estate license last week. So that being said, what if I then have an office at a real estate agency? Okay, that's where I might want to have DeX. So I can plug in DeX HDMI to the second HDMI on the monitor that's there, and then the photos I just took from the house that I was at, I can dock it, upload them right from my phone on the computer. So, or not from the computer, but from a keyboard and mouse, and I could send off emails, do all that kind of stuff right from my phone. So that's when I would want. That's when I would want DeX. Anything on the which is more stable, Nova or TouchWiz? Stable? I don't know which one I would say is more stable. Nova's faster, but I don't know which one I would say is more stable. Is there a difference between the Note 8 unlock compared to other Note 8s or other Samsungs? I'm guessing you mean. No, not that I've really noticed, at least. When will Samsung get rose gold color on their phones? They have had it plenty of times, just not in the US as much. But the S8 I don't think has rose gold, but the S7 Edge did have rose gold in Best Buys. Extra 2 GB of RAM makes a difference? Yes, it does. Whoa, more questions just loaded. A lot more questions just loaded. I thought I was wrapping up, guys. Note 8 18:9 0.5 screen aspect ratio. Does the chop off on the top and the bottom watching media? Yes, it does cut it off. How much it cuts off depends on how you're using it. There's actually a reason why I leave this much space between me and the top. It's so if you watch me on the S8 or the Note 8 or any of these new phones, then my head isn't chopped off. That's why I do it. I'm still rocking the Note 4, not spending much more money on a phone. I understand. Hey, if you don't need to, you don't need to. Did you watch the new Death Note movies on Netflix? Surprisingly, not crap. I have not. I wanted to watch it, but I wanted to watch it with my wife. And when she was gone during the day, or not during the day, when she was gone, like at noon, I was home, and when she came back, I was gone. And then by the time I got back, I had to do the show. So I have not gotten a chance to, and we're gonna watch it together probably tomorrow. So yes, I will review it. And yeah, I really do apologize. For those of you who don't know, I do have another channel called The Mainstream Movie Guy, which I have thought about bringing that over to this channel. Don't go crazy, I'm thinking about it, but I have an idea. The tech in my name could be an acronym. But whole another idea, we'll talk about that another time. So yes, I will do the review for the Death Note one, and I have not seen the Game of Thrones. Do not do a spoiler, I will kill you. I'm gonna see that after I film this, and do a review on the full season. Yeah. So do you plan on reviewing the movie Rememories since it has Peter Dinklage? I have not really looked at the trailer for that one. I know of the movie, but I've not looked at the trailer for it, so I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it or not. Pull the stream up on the Note 8. Which phone carrier are you using? I'm using T-Mobile for both my lines. When will Android 8.0 be available on the Note 8? Most likely December or January. It's funny, people complaining about the Note 8 price, but there is... But here in Australia, the S8 sells for 1,100, and the S8 Plus sells for 1,500 Aussie dollars. Wow. Buy a phone over here. Unlocked. Is the Note 8 narrower than the S8? Look at our size comparison. They look about the same, but I can't remember which one's actually narrower. No, the S8 Plus is narrower. Looking at it right here, the S8 Plus is narrower compared to the Note 8. Thanks for your videos. Pre-ordered the Note 8 Saturday morning after watching one of your videos. I'm currently using the S7 Edge after turning in the Note 7. Can't wait for the delivery. Yep, I agree with you. What do you want to know about Bixby points? What is your opinion on new YouTube sharing ability? I don't see it as I don't care about it. Like, I don't. If I share a YouTube video, I'm gonna share it where I either text message people on Hangout, on Facebook. I don't see it why I would make YouTube a social media platform. I don't see the point of that. They should plan for stereo speakers on the S9. Definitely, I would agree with that. iPhone 5C versus Note 8 video comparison. Not gonna do that. Just don't think that would draw that many views. What are your worries about the Pixel 2? I'm worried that it might not be waterproof, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be wireless charging, which sucks. What case would you recommend for the Note 8? Again, I haven't used different cases yet, so I don't know. I'm really considering the LG V30 or the Pixel 2. Not really impressed by Samsung, only 2x zoom and 3,300 milliamp. I'll let you know as soon as we get the other ones in, and we'll compare them all. I don't know why people compare the Note 8 to the S8. If anything, the Note 8 should look like the S8 but with more specs. True. The Note 8 should be an upgrade of the Note 5, Note 7, not the S series. Yeah, I would agree with that. I may hold the pre-order if I decide to get the Note 8 on Labor Day to see if T-Mobile will have a waive the down payment. That's a good idea. I have an S7 Edge. Actually, Alex, that's a really good idea. I might do that for my mom and my brother because they're eligible for an upgrade, but they're not going to want to pay over $200 for a down payment. I have an S6 Edge Plus crashed in their... Is there any way to get the memory back? So, Derek, you want to check out a program that we have reviewed before called Dr. Phone, spelled F-O-N-E. They specialize in data recovery. I think it's like $50 to use it 3 times. So you would use it once on this phone, and you can use it 3 more times to extract any information from a phone. Or 3 times or 5 times. It might even be 5 times. But do you think the iPhone 8 will be better than the Note 8? It's hard to tell right now. When will Bluetooth 5.0 headphones hit the market? I don't think we're going to see them until next year. I think next year at CES, that's going to be the big talk of CES, Bluetooth 5.0 headphones. If I were to install my Verizon SIM and unlock Note 8, would all the bloatware crap appear? No, it wouldn't appear. Do you think the next Essential phone will have water resistance? Yes, I do believe so. Does the Note 8 require a nano SIM card? Yes, it does. Will Samsung phones have rose gold colors like how iPhone have? Again, they've had it. It just doesn't come out at launch. So my guess is we're going to have an S8 or an S8 Plus rose gold by the holidays. Samsung always releases a holiday color, but you don't normally hear about it unless you're really looking into it, just because they don't advertise it that much. S7 has the pink at Best Buy. Yeah, so see, the S7 did come out in rose gold, I think last summer or it was last summer that it came out in pink, only in Best Buy though. Why do you look like drunken when you say the name of your channel? Maybe I am. Did you ever stop thinking about that? No, I'm not. Will Oreo be available on the Note 8 to update? Yes, it will be. Again, more likely in December, January. Wow, really? Do you have the 8.1 in pink too? No, the 8 isn't in pink yet, as far as I know. Hello from Florida. Hello. How is the battery life on the Note? Have you tested the battery with QHD setting? Yes, I've only tested it with QHD setting because I know that's what everyone would ask for. I will say this, after my testing phase, I'll probably switch to 1080p because I don't really need the QHD unless I'm trying to show off the image quality. But more than likely, I'm just going to leave it at the 1080. But all of the tests that I've done on this phone with battery life has been a QHD. So the battery life thus far with QHD has been really good. So just to show you, that was my screen on time for yesterday's test. With QHD the entire time and with playing a lot of YouTube videos and taking a lot of photos. This was when we were doing all of our photo testing. So got over 15 hours with 6 hours of that, more than 6.5 hours of screen on time. So good battery life. Again, I'll go more in depth in it in our actual video for the battery life test. We did 2 full days of testing. Why is Apple going to call the iPhone 8 the 10th anniversary iPhone? Because the iPhone 8 should come out next year. At least that's what they've always kind of said. So we'll see if that happens or not. Do you think I will still be qualified for the Note 8 special discount for the Note 7 in a third-party buyer? No. The only way you get the Note 7 promotion is if you buy directly from Samsung. Samsung has made that clear. You do not get it if you buy from a carrier. Any way for the S7 Edge to turn off the warning every time I go to full brightness? No. Not unless without rooting. Man, I must really like your channel. I start down for a whole hour and watch the video. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. For the Galaxy Forever plan on Sprint, does for the S8 does have scratches? Wait, does scratches not let you switch your phone? Scratches are fine. I think if you crack it, that's when it doesn't let you trade it in. Have you tried Semi Shortcuts app on the Nova launcher? No, I've not. I'm gonna look that up though. No, I have to look this up. I'm a Nova beta tester. Why didn't this come up? Oh, I see. You're actually seeing what I'm looking at. Sorry. I had to search it right away. I was curious. Pre-order the Note 8 in Tennessee. You can't get the dark blue. No, the dark blue is not coming to the US. What do you think of the probability that Apple having their own proprietary format for wireless charging? You know Apple because they're Apple. It's a possibility because they're Apple. And they did that with the Apple Watch. So the Apple Watch uses Qi wireless charging, but if you try to put on any other Qi wireless charging, it blocks it because it wants to use their proprietary technology so they can govern how it works and which chargers you can use with it. Have you tried Android O launcher yet? It has to be sideloaded. No, I have not. I have a Pixel XL, so I probably will. I thought about testing it out, but I'm selling that Pixel XL in order to get money so that we can buy the new Pixel when it comes out at a lower cost. On the S8, I have a lot of mini scratches on my screen. I have a Galaxy Forever plan. You should be fine. I had the original Galaxy Tab. It had stereo speakers. Now I own AKG. Now they own AKG and install one mono speaker. Yep. Is it worth the money to pay that much for a Note 8? Depends on the person. For me, yeah. It depends on the person though. I like to have the best of the best. I like to know that I can take a photo at a moment's notice. I like to know that I can have an all-day battery life. I like to know that I can do a lot more with my phone with something like the S Pen. I like to have wireless charging. I like to have waterproofing. Yeah, for me it is. But for you, maybe not. What kind of battery life are you getting? I've already kind of shown the battery life a couple times. Again, we'll do a full battery video coming up probably tomorrow, since a lot of you guys are asking about it. How are you mirroring the phone to the computer? With an app called Side Sync. So if I click this, it'll probably show up. Side Sync, right here. This is what's allowing me to do it on my computer. And then I'm using my my XSplit software to show you guys the screen that I have on my computer. Unlock better or with carrier? It's hard to say. It's funny because I pre-ordered the first Note 8, and I did that with T-Mobile as my carrier, right? So I got the T-Mobile version. But then I do have a G4 in the studio. So I was like, you know what? I might as well use this for the 425 to trade in for my one of the other Note 8s. For one of the other Note 8, and that one I got the unlocked one. So I'm gonna test it out, see what it is. I will probably give my wife the T-Mobile version so that she can have protection, drop protection on it, and I will not have drop protection on mine because I have the international one. I didn't get the Samsung Care thing, but because I'm fairly confident in my phone, I never really drop it, so hopefully it'll be fine. V30 or Note 8, can't say yet. Jeez, guys, you guys asked a lot more questions. All right. I am going to finish this in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to answer the remaining questions, how many questions I can get in the next 15 minutes, okay? Just because I need to wrap this up or else my wife gets mad at me for using the internet because she's not allowed to stream while I do this. All right. Where did my questions go? Because the first iPhone came out in 2007. Oh, you're just saying why the 10-year anniversary, yeah. Is it worth going from the S6 to the Note 8? Yeah, I would say it's a great upgrade, to be honest. Is there a smart switch for moving from Samsung to another manufacturer rather than any other way around? There's no other way around that, but a great app, honestly, is your carrier version. So most carriers have one. T-Mobile has a really good one that transfers over everything. So I use that for the Pixel. So when I want to transfer everything to the Pixel last year, I used their app, and it was able to transfer almost everything from my S7 at the time. Did I still have the Note 7? I think it was the S7 at the time. Was there a lot of crashes in the first 24 hours of putting the Note through the test? S8 Plus always getting crashes. Has not crashed on me once, actually. I will say that. It could have. Now, is that like, oh, that's particular? Like, you know, all of the Note 8 won't crash. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me, I've put it through its paces. Trust me, it has not crashed. I'm working, and it's funny because on the benchmark video, the S8 did lag, whereas the Note 8 was running fine. I'm wondering how long were you going to use the S Pen till we're tired of it? Is it worth it in the long run? 930 is BS. I think 930 is just expected at this point with smartphones. I'm not happy with it, but I think it's expected. Overall, I love the S Pen. I use it every week. I would not say every day, but I would say I use the S Pen every week. And there's some people that never use the S Pen, so it depends on the person. Does the phone lag a lot? No. Will the Note 8 work with an Apple computer? Yes. Smart Switch, actually, what I'm doing right now, you can do on an Apple computer or on a MacBook or any of them, and you can sync it so as soon as you get home, they connect wirelessly. So as soon as you get home, your phone pops up on your computer, and you can you can drag and drop photos, you can text message on your computer to your Samsung phone. You can do all of that. Is the S Pen easy to pop out? Yes, very, or easy to get out, but it's locked in there good. Can't wait until your comparison against the new iPhone against the Note 8. That will be coming probably the first week of October when the iPhone comes out. Because I'm still thinking it'll come out in October, not in September, but we'll see. Launchers kill battery, not Nova really. I would never say that Nova's ever killed my battery. My battery life is great with Nova, and I use that on a day-to-day basis. Not happy with the upgrade of the Note 8. Returned the 7, got the Note Edge. Oh wow. My wife's S5. I also have Sprint, which costs $960 versus $930 unlocked. That is pretty expensive. What security software do you use or recommend for Windows laptops and desktops? I just use Windows Defender that comes with it. What I noticed on the S8 is there's no more live streaming mode on the camera built into the camera. Do you know why they removed it? Because YouTube has it built in now. At that time, you couldn't do live streaming on the YouTube app. Now you can do live streaming on the YouTube app. I'm not spending more than $350 for a phone. Even if a $425 discount, the Note 8 it will not be paying too much money. I understand that. At the YouTube Tech Guy, why are Android users mad at Unbox Therapy? Said the Note 8 is not worth getting for the S8. My opinion is he shouldn't make a statement like that. He shouldn't have made a statement like that without really using the phone. Like, you know, he's literally taking for face value. He's like, oh, you know, will people use it like that? Are you gonna get the best out of this? You know, like he's basically saying stuff like that, like, you know, are you gonna really notice this difference? Are you gonna really, you know, and he was saying that you can get it on Amazon for $500. Do most people get the S8 for that price? No. Is it on sale for that price sometimes? Yes. But making a blanket statement like that, now I have said the S8 will go, yeah, discounts during the holidays, gonna get that, and yeah, you have those discounts and you should look out for them as you should with any phone. But it's really up to you. Will the Note 8 have BOGO offers before the end of the year? Yeah. So then you're going to get the Note 8 for half price, or you're going to get about, you know, $400 discount on a Note 8 if both of you split up the price, right? So there are going to be sales on the Note 8 too. But my thing, I think that people got mad at at Lou from Unbox Therapy for that was just for like, it was a blanket statement. And for Unbox Therapy, he doesn't use the phone for weeks. He doesn't test it out for a long time without really putting it through his paces and saying, oh, I noticed a difference. And he said it was, in his opinion, he didn't like the way the phone felt. And again, this is coming out of the box, right? So he didn't really play around with it for a full day or a couple days or whatever. So I can tell you that the phone feels way better in the hand than the S8 Plus does after using the S8 Plus as a daily driver. So I think that's why people got mad at it. It was just because, like, you really should know the product better before making a statement like that. I mean, I can tell you obviously Samsung's probably pissed at him because, yeah, that one video was clickbait. Absolutely, it was clickbait. But more than that, it's probably going to cost them a lot of sales. Now, I did a video like, did the Note play it safe? Yeah, I did that, but it was a real video, like a kind of like a screw Samsung kind of video. I don't know if I would ever condone a video just like that. Just, it's one thing to say it in your review. It's one thing to say it at the end of a video. It's one thing to say it that, but it's another thing to name it as a title. When you name it as a title, I quite frankly think it's more clickbait than anything, which is what he's known for. I mean, you know, he had that whole scandal about giving away like a truck full of iPhones, and he gave only away 3 of them, apparently. So, and look, I say this, I watch every single video he makes. So I am a fan of his, but I can see why people got mad about it. And look, people get mad at my videos too. I mean, every one of us on YouTube has had some issues with either not another YouTuber maybe, but more so like we got heat for one video that like we did, and oh, like how could you say such a thing and all this kind of stuff, and we've all had it, I feel like. So I mean, if you've been doing this for over 3 years, 5 years, like a lot of YouTubers have, then yeah, you have at least one video where you got burned for it or had a hit for it. Note 4 paired videos absolutely was available, so I guess it was. Again, I remember having it as a third-party app, but great to know that. I was reading about the Apple Watch, how it's finally getting LTE. Better late than never. Yes, but as of right now, we hear that you will not be able to take phone calls via LTE. That LTE is more going to be used for data, at least for this year. Does the Note 8 fit the old VR? No, it does not. I can see the Note 8 processor throttled for the smaller battery. I can see the Note 8 processor throttled for the smaller battery. Not really sure what you mean by that statement. I'm still using the Note 7, 100% of the battery, no issues. Pre-ordered the Note 8 yesterday. Can't wait to get it. Awesome. Note 8 S Pen bigger. It feels the same, so I would say no. I bought the S8 Plus outright, unlocked it. It only cost me $1,490. Jeez, in Australia, you guys pay a lot. Why didn't they offer a Note 8 compatible Gear VR as a free promo? Shady man grubbing, especially after the Note 7 debacle disappointment. Well, they're giving you a 360 camera. What I figure is, you know, that they've given away VRs for a while. Now they want to give you 360s so that you'll get a VR if you want to see your content. So yeah, it's just like they're giving away one. I mean, no matter what, a Gear VR is cheaper than a 360. So in that sense, you're getting more bang for your buck with the 360 than the VR if you want to sell it. How does using dual screen apps on the Note 8 differ from selecting apps that would work together on the side menu on earlier versions? It just, more of them are compatible with it, I would say. And also it's quicker and more fluid. And they don't cut off. Early on split screen, they cut off a lot of the times. I would say they don't cut off as much now. Can the Note 8 work with T-Mobile? Yeah. My Note 8 is on T-Mobile right now. Could have sworn the S8 already had a pink variant. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. When Bluetooth 5... Oh, yeah. Already answered that one. Is the screen curve on the edges making it hard to find good glass screen protectors? No, the fact that it's new is making it hard to find glass screen protectors. A couple of companies have already reached out to me for glass screen protectors. Not ones that I would probably want to review for you guys, because I don't think they're going to be that good. So I'm waiting for companies more that I'm reliant on and that I trust, so yeah. Hey, Jose from Bakersfield. I would love to see. Oh wow, bunch of questions just loaded. Guys, I'm gonna be closing out soon. All right. Off topic. In Korea, the S Plus 128 is almost 1,300 USD here for the Korean one. Cost to import. How do I get the pre-order freebies? You have to order it directly from Samsung's website or the Samsung shop app. The Samsung shop app right here. No questions here, but excellent Q&A. Thank you. I really tried to answer as many questions as I can. Where do you get your mug, by the way? I know someone who would love it as a gift. I did get it on Amazon. If you look, I want to say 2 weeks back, the link is in the description, but I know it's not on this one. I want to say if you look at episode, we're on 168. I want to say it was on, if you definitely look at 165, it was on there. But I think even 166 had it, but 165 definitely has it. Episode 165 definitely has it in the description. Will there be an iPhone 8 Plus? No, there's an iPhone 7S, 7S Plus, and iPhone 8 coming out. The iPhone 8 will be in the middle size of the 2 other iPhones. Saw your demo for it yesterday at Hyundai department store. They won't have a price yet. Wait, what? I'm not sure what you mean by the demo at Hyundai department store. Not sure what you mean. You can get the dark blue if you order online from Korea. Yes, you can. Apple can be so consumer hostile. Yeah. Sucks we only get 2 colors while everybody wants the blue one. Yeah, but I will never forget. I think it was the S6 that had a emerald green. It looked so freaking beautiful. That is still the color that I want. There's no other color I've wanted more than that one. Why can't Samsung optimize the resolution to take out the resolution slider? My HDTV doesn't have the resolution selection. The resolution slider? What do you mean by the resolution slider? Post a pic of the side sync link. Just Google Samsung side sync and it'll pop right up. It'll be the first one. Everybody say happy early birthday to Ricky. Thank you, Quiet Storm. Will the Huawei Mate 10 come to the States? Probably not. That was a great impression of Lou. Thank you. What was it? Yeah, he's not the only one not impressed by the Note 8. I would agree with that. But there's one thing to say. I have, as everyone else has said, so everyone else that's not impressed by the Note 8 said, but we'll have to wait to see till we get it and test it out. He just said, you should not buy it. And again, he said that in the title. There is a difference. There's a YouTube etiquette, is what I would say. All right. All right, guys. I think I'm going to have to get going now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the new people that tuned in to see us today. Subscribe again if you are interested in the Note 8. I will have more than 30 videos by the end of this week, so subscribe to check them all out. I hope you guys like the show. There's a lot more videos that I have. I've taken a lot of photos. If you took a look at my gallery earlier, we're doing the battery life review. That'll be up tomorrow morning. And then how long it takes to charge the Note 8 will also be up tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of videos coming out. All right, guys, thank you as always so much for watching. Make sure you give a like, thumbs up before you head out, and share this video with anyone that you know that would like to learn more about all of this tech stuff that I cover. that will be it for me. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.